Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second last segment of the Parts of Speech series. Today, we are going to cover conjunctions. Prior to this, we have covered all the other parts of speech. That is, we have covered nouns, we have covered pronouns, then we discussed verbs, then adjectives, adverbs, prepositions. Today we'll be doing conjunctions, and in the next session we will be finishing off with the parts of speech series with interjections. So all of this has already been done. You can search for my name on this channel and you can find other sessions that I have taken and benefit from them. The other sessions that I have taken are how to score 90% plus in English, right? Then a literature chapter, A Triumph of Surgery. After that, I did modals, subject verb agreement. And also Indianisms and mother tongue influence. So you will find all of this if you search for my name on your search bar in YouTube. And now finally I would like us to continue with today's session. So before that, I'll brief you a little bit about the channel that you're watching and whose channel that is. Yes, of course, it is Unacademy's channel. It is India's largest learning platform. They give you top educators, they provide you with top educators who have been selected with a very thoughtful procedure, with a very strict procedure, and they guarantee you that the educators that will be teaching you are of the topmost quality. No Tom, Dick, and Harry can come and start teaching. So, if educators are of that quality, it obviously means that the content they are providing you, the knowledge that they are sharing with you, is also of a very amazing, great quality. The combination of quality educators plus their content is sure to give you a great learning experience. I just term it as an amazing learning experience because it is right in your hands, literally in your hands. All of this is in your phone with you. For those of you who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Sneha Faispurkar. I am an English educator for 10th CBSC. I also teach for all the other English language exams, of course, academic exams for schools and colleges, then for competitive exams, the verbal ability section, and I also help students to train for IELTS, an exam that helps them go to countries other than India for education and to settle as well. So, moving on, like I said, today we are going to cover conjunctions. It is something that we have been learning since we were in about fourth or fifth standard, the basic conjunctions. Today we are going to study conjunctions in immense detail. So coming to what Unacademy is, like I just mentioned a while back, India's largest learning platform. So it gives you YouTube sessions like the one you are attending right now. Then there are Unacademy special classes on unacademy.com. These are free classes that you can come and attend. I also take special classes. I am there at 11:30 a.m. and I cover grammar, I cover literature, and also creative writing. So I am mostly there at 11:30 a.m. on most days and sometimes at 4 p.m. So you can follow me on unacademy.com. You have the link in the description, right? On unacademy.com you can follow me so that you get notifications about my sessions, right? Now with YouTube and special classes, there's another vertical, that is the plus subscription. It is more amazing than YouTube and special classes. This is the main thing that Unacademy is actually known for. And the plus subscription, the advantages that you get are, you get daily live classes. You get daily live classes like exactly your school or your college must be giving you, or your tuition classes must have been giving you till now, in which you can chat with your educator from your home. You can engage in discussions with them. You can ask them your doubts if you have any doubts. You get a different space for posting your questions. And if the educator is conducting a poll, you can answer the poll. Everything is done while the class is still going on. None of this will be done after the class. You can do all of this while the class is still going on, right? Coming to live tests and quizzes. Live tests and quizzes help you to evaluate your preparation, how much prepared you are, how much more preparation do you need, which areas require more improvement. So all of these things will be conveyed to you with a proper analysis during your live tests and quizzes. You will also get to know more about what kind of questions will be there, what kind of questions are expected. You will know how to manage your time. This is an advantage of the quizzes and the tests that are taking place. Third is that you get a structured course. You get notes that your educator has prepared. Then your syllabus, your course is revised according to your paper pattern and updated according to your syllabus. So one course for everybody? No, right? So it is updated and revised as per the norms. Fourth and the largest advantage is that you get unlimited access. For example, if you miss any class, you need not worry, or you need not request your friend to give you his notes that he has taken during the class, or to ask him to explain what the teacher has taught. You can access it anytime you want, any time of the day, whenever you are comfortable. You can watch it from anywhere, wherever you are, at home, maybe somewhere else, on a holiday, anywhere, and you can watch them any number of times. You can watch them any number of times. Even if you don't understand, you can go back and watch it again. So you get unlimited access. You get access to all your courses in your subscription, and it is an unlimited access. No, once you get the plus subscription, nobody is going to stop you from watching it anytime you want, from anywhere you want, and any number of times you want. Moving on, you also get, the fifth advantage is you also get to prepare with the top educators on Unacademy. The names you see on the screen right now, these are the top educators on Unacademy right now, and students are really lucky that they get to learn from all of them, because they are all masters in their own subject. They are experts in their own subject, right? They have immense amount of experience with students and in terms of time also. So do not miss a chance to learn from them, right? What you get is a comprehensive syllabus. The sixth advantage that you get is that all your main subjects like math, science, Hindi, social science, and English, all of these are covered. All your main subjects are covered in your subscription. So you need not worry if any subject is being left out. How do you go about getting the Plus subscription? Depending upon what you are using, iOS or Android, download the Unacademy Learning app. It's available on both the platforms. First thing would be to download the Unacademy Learning app, and second would be to log in and get subscription. Fine. So once you get the subscription, you unlock your unlimited access, right? We are also on Telegram. It's another messaging app wherein you will know about notifications. You will get notifications about any quiz being conducted, any videos being posted, any sessions being conducted, so that you do not miss any of these. So again, you have to first download. It is again available on iOS, Android both, right? iOS and Android both. Download the app, and next will be to join the group, that is Quest 10th CBSE. There is a group called Quest 10th CBSE. Alright, so join this group and you will start receiving all the notifications. Fine, so that you do not miss any of it and you get the maximum advantage. You get maximum advantage. Coming to how much it is going to cost you. See, if you subscribe for a shorter duration, you are bound to save lesser amount of money. The moment you start increasing your duration, your discount also starts increasing. So if you subscribe for 12 months, that is only 1 year, you get directly half of the cost, right? Half discount. If you subscribe for 2 years, for say 10th and 11th, then you get 58% off. And if you subscribe for whole 3 years, that is 10th, 11th and 12th, no matter what stream you choose, you get the highest discount of 64%. So as you keep increasing your duration, you keep increasing the discount as well and save more and more money. In addition to that, if you use on checkout, if you use the code SLIVE, if you use this code, you will get additional 10% off over and above the discount that the website is providing you. So like I said, you have the link in the description as well. You can go and follow me on unacademy.com/Sneha Fezpurkar. Fine, so that you receive all of my updates on Unacademy special classes. It is a lot of fun. I conduct quiz on different topics. It is a multiple choice quiz, right? And like I said, I cover grammar, literature and creative writing as well. So all your sections are covered. All your sections from the paper are covered in the Unacademy special classes. So you can always follow this and you can join and know when I am conducting these sessions. So you will get notifications about all of these. Fine, so it is in the description, right? Yes, so I hope to see you, all of you, there. I am mostly there at 11:30 a.m. on most days, right? Rarely happens that I'm not there, and also sometimes at 4 p.m. Fine. So 11:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. you can join me on Unacademy special classes as well. So moving on to parts of speech, I told you that we have covered about 6 parts of speech and today is the 7th, and then the next session will be on the last one, that is interjections. So let us learn what are parts of speech first. Like I always say, if I tell you a story, that story is going to definitely make sense. The story is going to be made of different paragraphs, and paragraphs do make sense. Paragraphs are made up of sentences, which obviously makes sense, and sentences are made up of phrases, and phrases are made up of words. Words are in turn made up of alphabets. Now, I would just like to ask you if alphabets have their own meaning. You may say I and O have their own meaning, but these are not just alphabets. They are, of course, alphabets, but they are words in their own sense, right? Words on their own. Another other alphabets do not have their own meaning, right? So we cannot say that alphabets have their own meaning. No. Words, on the other hand, yes, words have their own independent meaning. So, can we say that in the English language, words can be considered as the smallest elements that have distinctive meanings, that have independent meanings, right? Because anything smaller than word is an alphabet, and alphabet does not have an independent meaning. So, based on what function the word is performing or what use the word is coming to be, it is divided into different categories. Based on their use and functions, words are categorized into several types or parts of speech. For example, a word is performing function A, it will be put into category A, part of speech A. Same way, if it is performing function B, it will be put into category B. So on and so forth. Fine. So there are 8 parts of speech, that is nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, conjunctions, prepositions and interjections. We have covered all the 6th, I guess. Yes, we've covered all 6, out of which now today we will cover conjunctions, and the next session we will be covering interjections. So we're done with 6. Today will be the 7th, and in the next we will be done with our parts of speech series. The parts of speech explain how a word is used in a sentence, what function that word is performing, how that word is being used. There are 8 main parts of speech. We just discussed those. Most parts of speech can be divided into subclasses. See, so when we discussed all these, we also saw that they have their own types, right? So the division does not stop at this stage. There is another set of classes, subclasses that these have, right? There is further division taking place. There is further division taking place based on, again, their function and their use. This is a broad, broader spectrum, and most commonly divided into these categories, but they have their own further divisions as well, more specific. Now, a very important fact that I have put in stars here. It is important to know that a word can sometimes be in more than one part of speech. So, a word A, for example, can perform function 1, can perform function 2, and can perform function 3, or many multiple functions at the same time as well. So it is not a rule that a word has to be a part of only one part of speech. It can be a part of multiple parts of speech as well. So starting with today's topic, that is conjunctions. If you see, it is it contains a word called junction. Junction is where something joins. Fine, we say railway junction, so tracks of different directions are joining. That is the reason it is called a junction. So we get a slight idea about what conjunctions might be doing. So conjunctions are simple words that allow you to connect two sentences without having to change any of the words in the original sentences. This is a very general, function that they have given you. They connect two sentences, or they could connect phrases, or they could connect ideas as well, right? You need not change the original words and connect them. For example, Maria created a resume. She copied it on expensive high quality paper. Her prospective employer was not accepting any. So here are how many sentences? 1, 2 and 3. All of them are related to Maria. Fine. Let us see how we have used conjunctions to make it only one single sentence. Maria created a resume and she copied it on expensive high quality paper, but her prospective employer was not accepting resumes. So when there is a similar idea that she created a resume and copied it, so there is and used. Now all of this being done, her employer was not accepting any resumes, so it is an opposite idea. Then we have used another appropriate conjunction here, but. Coming to the kinds, the first one is the coordinating conjunctions. The first type is coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions allow you to join words, phrases and clauses of equal grammatical rank in a sentence, of equal importance in a sentence. Most common coordinating conjunctions will be for, and, nor, but, or, yet and so. If you take the first letter of each, F, A, N, B, O, Y and S, you can make fanboys, right? So you can remember coordinating conjunctions with fanboys. For, and, nor, but, or, yet and so. Let's see some examples. I'd like pizza or salad for lunch. If there is a choice, here you are being given a choice, either this or this, not both. It does not mean both, right? Either of the situations can be true. If not pizza, then salad. If not salad, then pizza. We needed a place to concentrate, so we packed up our things and went to the library. So this, we packed up our things and went to the library. Why? The reason is because we needed a place to concentrate, right? Jessie didn't have much money, but she got by. She still continued to live properly. So she didn't have much money. Somebody who doesn't have much money cannot actually go by properly. But in spite of not having much money, this is an opposite idea, right? This is opposite idea. So they have used but. Right? So here is your fanboys. For. Now for is used like because. Like because. Okay. It is like because. I'll tell you how. I wake up very early, for I have to study more, right? So I wake up very early. Why? I have to study more. So for is used like because. Even if I use because in this place, I wake up very early because I have to study more. So it is as good as because. Coming to the next one. And it will join similar ideas. It will join similar ideas. What are similar ideas? Uh, for example, I like, sorry, not I, let's say she likes ice cream. You, no, her sister likes ice cream. Now here is a similar idea of liking ice cream. Fine. I can just change it to her sister, or she and her sister, right? She and her sister like ice cream. So I have joined the two similar ideas with and. Ria is going. Rita or Rama is going. So Ria and Rama are going. Are going. Both of them are going is the similar idea. So Ria and Rama are going. Fine. So another example with and, because it's since it's very common and needs to be used correctly, I will give you another example. Saina plays badminton. Sindhu plays badminton. So playing badminton is the common idea here. So I will just change it to Saina and Sindhu play badminton. I will just change plays to play because it becomes plural. So I have used and here. Fine, I hope this is clear now. Coming to nor. Nor means when you reject both choices. Like I like or I don't like brinjals, nor do I like potatoes. Right? So I do not like this. This option is also rejected and this option is also rejected. So I have used nor. I could also say neither do I like brinjals. So I can use nor with neither as well. Okay. This can be used with neither as well. Moving on. But is used to convey an opposite idea. Convey an opposite idea. Uh, I sleep early, fine, but I wake up late. So, sleeping early generally coincides with waking up early, but sleeping early and waking up late are two opposite ideas. Hence, I have joined them with but, right? Uh, I told you to complete this homework by 5 p.m., but you did not listen to me. So, when I'm telling something to a student, he should listen, right? That is the correct idea of it. But if he has still not done it, then I have to use the word but to convey an opposite idea, something that does not coincide, right? Uh, he said he called me 5 times, but I couldn't hear any ring on my phone, right? But I couldn't hear my phone ringing. Next, or it's to give you a choice. This is very simple. To give you a choice, uh, like we just said, I will have pizza or salad tha. So let us just say I will have say ice cream or a pastry. So either this or that, not both. Okay, this will give you a choice. Yet is a bigger form of but when things are more serious, like still conveys opposite ideas but in a more serious way. I will explain with an example, right? I'll explain with an example. See, when I say I sleep early but I wake up late, it means I sleep early, I still don't wake up early, right? इसका मतलब है लेकिन मैं जल्दी सोती हूँ लेकिन लेट उठती हूँ. Just a statement conveying opposite ideas. If I use the same sentence with yet, I sleep early yet I wake up late, it gives you more weightage to the fact that something wrong is happening, something opposite is happening. मैं जल्दी सोती हूँ फिर भी लेट उठती हूँ, राइट? मैं जल्दी सोती हूँ लेकिन लेट उठती हूँ, मैं जल्दी सोती हूँ फिर भी लेट उठती हूँ. There is a difference in but and yet. So yet is a more powerful what's a messenger of an opposite idea. So same sentence I will use. I sleep early yet I wake up late, right? फिर भी next, last one is so. It is exactly opposite of because. For example, uh, if I say I went to the doctor, I had fever. Fine. Now, if I have to use because, I will say I went to the doctor because I had fever. So, I will say the action first, action, what I have done by going to the doctor, plus because, plus my reason. Why? Because I had fever. But with so, the point is I had fever, so I went to the doctor. So you give the reason first, right? you give the reason first, then you use so, and then you state your action. So I had fever, so I went to the doctor. Here so is used like hence. So is used like hence. Here I will write used like hence. Alright. So you first tell your reason and then why you did the action. What action you have done. Alright. So moving on to the next one. We will come back and do more examples if time permits, and let us move on to another type, that is correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions are pairs of conjunctions that work together. All right, like either or, I just told you, and neither nor, and not only but also. Either or being very easy, either or gives you choices. Like I can say the same sentence again, exactly the same sentence again. I will have either ice cream or a pastry, right? Either or. Same way, I will neither have pizza nor a salad. So I am saying I will have either ice cream, या तो आइसक्रीम या फिर पेस्ट्री, दोनों नहीं. आइसक्रीम खाया तो पेस्ट्री नहीं, पेस्ट्री खाई तो आइसक्रीम नहीं. यहाँ मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ, यहाँ आई एम सेइंग, यहाँ आई एम नॉट हैविंग पिज्ज़ा एंड आई एम नॉट हैविंग सैलड, राइट. दिस इज नेगेटिव एंड जैसे यूज हो रहा है, आई विल नीदर हैव पिज्ज़ा nor a salad. Third is not only but also. Here not only but also is used to intensify. This is intensify. Right? What does it intensify? It tells you that two things have happened. Two things have happened. But it will tell you in a way that not only this has happened, but also this has happened. There's an addition of this as well. Not only has one thing happened, thing number two has also happened. Like, not only did he crash the car, but also not only did he crash the car, but also his head on the glass. Fine. Not only did he crash the car, but also his head on the glass. He crashed his head also on the glass, right? Not only am I an English teacher, yeah, not only do I teach English, but also biology. Yes, that is true. I love teaching biology to 9th and 10th standard. Fine, so I hope either or, neither nor, and not only but also is clear. These are correlative conjunctions. Fine. Either or and neither nor are very easy, and not only but also might be new for some of you, but that is also very easy to understand. that this has happened plus this has also happened. Again, this is true plus this is also true. Coming to subordinating conjunctions. What are subordinating conjunctions? Subordinating conjunctions joined independent and dependent clauses, right? So one part of the sentence can be used as it is elsewhere as well without context, but the other one not so true, right? A subordinating conjunction can signal a cause and effect relationship. Very important to remember, it can signal a cause and effect relationship. One can be the cause and one can be the effect. A relationship, yeah, a contrast, opposite ideas, or some other kind of relationship between the clauses. Common subordinating conjunctions are because, since, as, although, though, while, and whereas. So, because states the reason, since will also state a reason, as will also state a reason, so cause and effect, right? Although, contrast, though can give you a reason, right? While will also sometimes give you a reason and sometimes convey an opposite idea, and whereas will convey an opposite idea for sure. Sometimes an adverb such as until, after, or before can function as a conjunction. So these words that you see here are subordinating conjunctions, like because, since, because, as, while, though, although, and whereas are most commonly used. Most commonly used. First, let us take an example of since. Let us take an example of since. Since I was not feeling well, I went to the doctor, right? So we don't generally start a sentence with because, but since just gives you a reason. I went to the doctor because I was not feeling well, right? Next, because, okay, I'll just shift the sentence. I went to the doctor because I was not feeling well. I have just interchanged the clause from here to there. Next, as. Same thing, I will just use this like this and I will just write as in place of because. I went to the doctor as I was not feeling well. It has the same use as because. As has different uses as well as, right? I just said as well. Moving on, while. While is used when two things are happening at the same time. When two things are happening at the same time, there is something, say, simultaneous going on. Like, while I teach English to standard 10th, I also teach biology to standard 9th. So both of these things are happening at the same time. Teaching English to 10th standard and teaching biology to 9th standard. Both of these things are happening at the same time, right? So I have used while. Okay. When two things are happening at the same time, you use while. The teacher entered the class while the students were making noise. So students making noise and teacher entering the class are both happening at the same time. Whereas my father is a businessman, whereas my mother is salaried. Means she is employed somewhere where she receives salary, and my father is a businessman. These are two opposite ideas. You don't get a salary when you run a business, right? So he runs a business and she is salaried. So these are opposite ideas. Hence I have used whereas. Although he did not submit his homework. This is used like in spite. Okay, he did not submit the homework, although या ऐसा भी यूज कर सकते हो. I'll just change it to although he did send the pictures. उसने होमवर्क की फोटोज जरूर भेजी है लेकिन होमवर्क सबमिट नहीं किया है. फाइन, मूविंग ऑन. Let us just quickly solve this. 3 dash 3 makes 6, so obviously 3 and 3 makes 6. He will not come dash it rains. He will not come if it rains. अगर बारिश आई तो he will not come. He was punished as he was guilty. He was punished since he was guilty. He was punished because he was guilty. Any of these. Kareem is tall. ये तो tall है, but उससे भी tall कोई है, that is Abdul. Please write dash I dictate. Write at the same time. We just discussed when two things happen simultaneously, we use while. So please write while I dictate. मैं dictate करता हूँ, आप साथ साथ लिखो. Clear? So I guess that is all for conjunctions. I will again request all of you to check out the link in the description and follow me on unacademy.com. This is my ID, right? And I will take your special classes at 11:30 every day. Let us meet there as well for revision sessions, for quiz sessions, and we have a lot of fun there. So do attend your YouTube sessions as well as your special classes, and don't forget to subscribe and tell us in the comments how you've felt about this video. Then subscribe, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and when you use the plus subscription, don't forget to use the S Live code so that you get a flat 10% discount. And don't forget to join the Telegram group Quest 10th CBSC for latest updates and notifications about our sessions, and not miss anything. All the best for your exams. Let us meet with interjection sessions as the last segment in the parts of speech series. Thank you. Bye bye.